Assalamualaikum dear students, here is your History and Geography teacher Miss Sanju Malik. Welcome to all of you at AppSex online sport program. Here we are having our fourth week and it's day 2 of fourth week and we have discussed about the topic yesterday, that is feudalism. Now today to move on to the further step of the topic, that is the characteristics of the feudalism. We have to refresh our memory that what was the feudalism, but you have learned the point about the feudalism. The top major part of the feudalism was is king. The second word was second step of them was the nobles and then knights, and the last one the peasants. Further move on to the key, what are the chief characteristics of feudalism. So here is our today's topic, that we have too much discussion about this, that is what is the chief characteristics of feudalism. Actually, feudalism was a dominant and complex social system in the medieval Europe. There were different types of relationship in feudal societies, especially in medieval France and Germany. In England, feudalism evolved in its own way. Different terms were coined for different kinds of arrangements. However, certain features are attributed to all societies in medieval Europe. So let's see what all the certain features were there on that time. So the kings, the most top power of that time, they had supposed to take the taxes from the military, at some time food for their vessels. The peasants in return to were protected by the crown. The system is basically depends on the give and take. For example, the king was supposed to receive the text and to hand it over to the peasants, and the peasants are carrying that system as well. So the second is that the land was were given not at one place to avoid the threats of rebellion, which brought peace in the empire. Loyalty was very important in this system. Yes, you can see that the all four steps of medieval feudalism was basically interlinked with each other. If they don't have the loyalty, so it's mean they were lost their system. All past parts of the feudalism, from the crown to peasant, mean to king to peasants depends on each other. The king was answerable only to the church, okay? That they were only answerable to church. And what happened to the church, mean to say the Lord, the third step, that was granted a very large piece of land, and that was not supposed to pay tax anymore to the king. So here was that was the characteristics of the feudalism. Now we have to move on. What was the reason the end of the feudalism? This first very most important reason was the Black Death. Basically, it was the disease that was brought by the Mongol invader. It was it was the thinking, it was the thoughts of the historians that that was a disease that was brought by the Mongol invaders, and that was so dangerous, and that was having a very killing effect on the people, that as we are currently are facing the corona, that disease was some same like that. So the second was is the growing power of powers, mean to say the kings was losing their powers because of the Black Death. And by the end of the 13th century, commerce involved and to coin money was established, and the lords couldn't pay money instead of performing. So hey, that was the basically the few reasons that made the end of the feudalism. So that are the very important discussion about the characteristics and the reasons of the end of the feudalism, because they all of them was participated, and all of them was interlinked with each one. So after having to sum up the discussion, we have to memorize that the all components of the feudalism was basically equally important for everyone.